Well, good morning everyone and welcome to the show. Hope you guys had a great night. Did you have a great night, Fernando?
Yes.
It was almost like we were here 24 hours ago.
Pretty much.
What we have going on today is this guy here. This is a Toyota Highlander. And we're gonna put a stereo in it. He's already got a radio in the dash. This guy right here, it's a Pioneer 3800 VHS. And what he plans on doing is upgrading the front speakers. Apparently he's already upgraded these, but we are gonna be taking these door panels off and putting in some fast rings. We're gonna be putting fast rings and roadkill in the front doors. Along with that, we're also gonna put in some Expert Focal Flax. That's the PS 165 FXs in the front doors. Then we're gonna power the whole thing up with this guy right here, the XR900.5. Now we're gonna put the 900.5 underneath the seat. Let's do a little planning and figure out how that's gonna go. Let's get inside the car. So every install requires a certain amount of planning, and this car is no different. We're gonna put the amp underneath the seat. Now we do that in a lot of cars, and we don't just shove the amp underneath the seat. We do a lot of thinking about it to make sure, for one, it's gonna function properly, there's proper ventilation, no one's gonna kick it. Let's hop into this car real quick and we're gonna show you what we have planned for this one. So what we got going on now is we just have this piece of plastic in here so we can test one, height, and also where this amplifier is gonna have to be in relationship to the seat as it moves back and forth, and also get an idea of how we're going to attach it into the car. In this case, we're going to make what we call a T-mount. There's going to be a brace that goes across here that holds a substrate. Then what we're planning on doing is adding in bolts like this right here. We're going to take a 1/2-inch piece of plastic. It's going to slide over these bolts and sit flush up against these knobs. That'll help to keep any debris out of the amplifier, but it's not going to go all the way across because right here there is a fan, so we want to make sure that the fan is exposed. Plus, we don't want people kicking this and screwing up our gains and stuff like that. So now that we've sat and we've talked about it, we've figured it out, we've slidden the seat back and forth at least a dozen times, we have an idea of what we want to do. So now Fernando is going to go ahead and start executing what we've decided to do. You excited?
I'm excited.
I knew you would be. All right, well, let's follow along as Fernando builds this cool amp rack, and I do something else not as exciting on this car. Fernando's just informed me that he is done wiring up the amplifier. Let's go take a look at it, shall we? Amplifier looks good, Fernando.
Yes.
As we talked about, we're going to mount these brackets here to the back seat. We put this guy in. Go ahead and remove that so we can see. So that'll allow us to get to the adjustments, and then when we're done, that way no one can kick it. The fan will still circulate air through the amplifier. We have it all flex loomed up here so that it looks good up underneath the seat and it won't get all ripped up. And of course, the color-coded RCAs.
Yes.
Now he's gonna go ahead and get this into the car. Fernando is almost done with connecting the power wire under the hood. Let's take a look at what he's got going on here. So we have the fuse holder mounted to the battery retention bolt. We're just gonna make the quick jumper. We have our red heat shrink, so we know that this is a constant 12 volts. I just wanted to show you this so you guys don't go, what kind of subs did you guys put in? For a subwoofer, we went with just a Pioneer 110 downfront enclosure. For those of you guys aren't familiar with it, it just has the Pioneer IB flat driver in it. He wants something that he can move around. He wasn't even gonna do a subwoofer, and we're like, yeah, you gotta do something. This has the third row seating. Those seats will still come up. He can do whatever he wants with that.